Jason and Adria Margot. Macy has been living in Republic for 11 years, and you can find her on the RHS tennis team, on the sidelines cheering on the Tigers as part of the cheer squad, and on leadership as the freshman student body president. Macy enjoys going to church, baking, hanging out with family and friends, and she loves to lake. Please welcome our freshman candidate, Macy Decker. Our sophomore candidate is Riley Gilmore, daughter of Timon and Amanda Gilmore. She's being escorted by Carter Hale, son of Rick Hale and Christy Chastain. Riley has lived in Republic all of her life, and you can find Riley on the JV tennis team, RHS basketball courts, and on the Tiger Tracks newspaper staff. She enjoys going to her friend's house, watching Netflix, playing basketball at the field house, and cheering on our RHS football team. Riley's favorite holiday is Halloween, and yes, her hair is naturally curly. Please welcome our sophomore candidate, Riley Gilmore. Our junior candidate is Karen Green, daughter of Brandon and Kirsten Green. She is being escorted by Owen Hogue, son of Chris Hogue and Amy Foreman. Cameron has lived in Republic for almost 12 years now, and you can find Cameron involved in World Cultures Club, math team, NHS, FBLA, and choir. Outside of school, Cameron volunteers at the animal shelter and works at the rec center. She one day hopes to become a lawyer or an accountant. Cameron is easygoing and has played the piano since she was 7. Please welcome our junior candidate, Karen Green. Our first senior candidate is Emma Berry, daughter of Ryan and Kim Berry. She is being escorted by Tegan Hines, son of Sean Hines and Jessica Minmo. Emma has lived in Republic her entire life, and she participates in DECA. She loves hanging out with friends, trying out different coffee shops, and taking naps. Emma's favorite TV shows include The Office and Grey's Anatomy. Emma plans on attending OTC next fall and then transferring to Missouri State. Please welcome our first senior candidate, Emma Berry. Our next senior candidate is Lindsay Gill, daughter of Rusty and Julie Gill. She's being escorted by Riley Sigmund, son of Chad Sigmund and Emily Sigmund, and also is being escorted by her coach, Cash McGowan. Lindsay has lived in Republic her whole life. She's in competitive gymnastics and loves hanging out with her friends, traveling, and going out to eat and watching movies. You can find Lindsay going to the lake in the summertime and spending time outside, but you can also find her watching Grey's Anatomy and taking naps. Please welcome our second senior candidate, Lindsay Gill. And our final senior candidate is Emily Harris, daughter of Rusty Harris and Sarah Lawson. She's being escorted by Cole Murray, son of Junior and Kathy Murray. Emily has lived in Republic for 2.5 years now, and you can find Emily cheering on the Republic Tigers in the student section, and she is also a part of the A+ program. Emily enjoys shopping, mini golfing every week, making TikToks, eating pasta, and making memories with her besties. Emily is outgoing, adventurous, and caring, and she also loves making and selling beaded jewelry, watching the show Friends, and making memories with her own friends. She plans on attending OTC next fall and then transferring to Missouri State for a career in interior design. Please welcome our final senior candidate, Emily Harris. Our 2018 RHS Homecoming Queen, Olivia Steeves, is here to crown our next queen. Drum roll, please. 2019 RHS Homecoming Queen is Lindsay Gill. Congratulations to Lindsay, and thank you to all the candidates, and thank you for all coming out tonight, and be sure to enjoy the game.
Let's have another nice round of applause for your 2019 Fall Sports Homecoming Court. Congratulations to our queen.
So a little bit different way of doing things tonight, as homecoming for the first time is before the game. So we went ahead and fired up the live stream a little bit early. Pregame show normally starts about 6:45. So what we'll do is we will put back up the slide that the broadcast is coming soon. Don't panic, but we're still going to be coming back with the pregame show, and that'll be right around 6:45 when we will continue the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football pregame show. So we'll take a break, and we will be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. Don't go away.
Carthage, two teams that we thought were going to be the 1 and 2 to end the COC, but then Joplin's come in and beat both of them. You're exactly right. Joplin's come in, established himself as definitely the premier team, not only in the COC, but within the state of Missouri. But it's not a huge surprise due to the fact that they had a lot of returners from last year, a team that went to the playoffs, and they've got a couple of D1 prospects on their team, and they've been scored on, so I see no problem with our offense scoring points on this Joplin team. It's really going to be the job of the evening is can our defense, withstand the juggernaut of this Joplin offense.
We'll talk to Dustin Baldwin about what challenges the Eagles pose when we come back after this timeout. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinnaker Chevrolet is hitting the big 4-0, and we are celebrating. Hi, this is Abby Pinnaker Rose. I am so excited that we are celebrating my father opening the doors to Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic 40 years ago. We still work by the values he started in 1979, to value each and every customer and to exceed every expectation. If you are looking for a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, stop by and make sure to tell Ed happy anniversary. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Alongside Coach Dustin Baldwin as we get set to talk about the Joplin Eagles. Joplin is a team that has had an emotional season so far with one of their players passing away earlier in the season. And then an emotional game that week, they come back and they beat Webb City, who is someone, that's the marker in the COC. And then they turn around and they've got Carthage, who's ranked in Class 5. And they don't have a letdown, but they avoid the letdown, and they beat Carthage in a game that was kind of similar to yours score-wise.
Yeah.
It's a team that at Joplin last year really kind of had its way with the defense. As you look at them, what have you told the kids is the key? Let's talk about their offense first. Obviously, they've got a couple of potential Division I guys and a lot of speed and a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they've got probably 3 guys, and the quarterback's really good. I think he might be in his 3rd year starting. I'm not sure, but he plays a basketball player too. All those guys are basketball guys. The kid that last year tore us up was actually a sophomore, and he's back. I think his name's Blades or Glades. I'm not sure. He's number 6. He's extremely fast. The other 2 are definitely, the receiver, Westmoreland, is definitely a Division I kid. And the running back, number 20, Isaiah, can't remember his last name right now, but great running back in between the tackles especially. He's a 220-pound kid, hard to bring down. Probably the best 3, skill kids I've seen on a team, I don't know, in a long, long time. I coached it when I was at Miller. We played Hogan Prep, and they had a kid that played in the NFL and another kid that started safety at Mizzou on the same team, and they had a couple other kids. So it's similar to that in terms of those guys. But just great skill guys. They're hard to tackle, and we're going to have our hands full. There's no doubt. Kids have seen it on film. We've worked really hard this week, like I mentioned earlier, on just playing the game fast and playing downhill and wrapping up and tackling. So we'll see if it shows. We've worked hard. I'm proud of our kids, the way they've worked on defense. Coach Nelson for ramping up the intensity in our practices, especially on the defensive side. And hopefully that can translate into some better tackling for our kids.
When you've got a team like that with multiple weapons, kind of a philosophical thing, and I guess it depends on the personnel, but do you focus on one and try to shut that one down? Do you just try to shut down those three? Do you have to balance it, to include everybody, or what do you do?
They can all take it to, and I've seen it, we've seen it on film.
Yeah.
They can literally take it to the end zone at any point if you don't tackle them. And so, no, I think, you have to try to put ourselves in a good position, but also you can't be passive. Like, the more passive we are, the more they're going to exploit us and expose us. So I think you have to be aggressive in the run game, and they put both those guys in the backfield together, and they run a lot of inside-outside zone combinations. Lead one back, lead him on the backside in, lead him, for the back. So they'll do a lot of different things with that. And so we just have to recognize very fast and play downhill and try to make tackles.
The flip side of that game against Carthage is they were giving up a lot of points too, so their defense obviously is at least vulnerable, and you've got an offense that's proved it can score. As you look at their defense, you see a couple of things that you might be able to take advantage of, or at least see some opportunities for your offense.
Well, they have given up some points, but they're certainly not bad on defense. They've played, we've talked about it, they've played Willard and Webb City and Carthage.
Yeah.
Some pretty good offensive teams. So we're going to try to move the chains, keep our offense on the field, and hopefully score some points and stay in the game as long as we can and see what happens in the end. That's what you have to do is, you can't, you've got to get first downs against a team like this. They're fast enough on the back end. We're not going to have 6 50-yard plays or anything. No. So we got to move the chains. We got to execute, and like I mentioned, it'd be great to keep their offense off the field. I mean, that's, that might be our best defense. I mean, that's just any time you play a team like that's that explosive on offense.
Hashtag Kasasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Kasasa selfie.
Kasasa selfie?
Yeah. When I get Kasasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes.
Let me guess. Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Coin flip going on at midfield. And while they do that, we'll talk about tonight's keys of the game. Keys to the game are brought to you by Realtors Lori Casagrande and Elizabeth Gold at Reese Nichols. You probably know how well they know Republic after years in the community, and you can check their Facebook page to see all the families who've gotten the keys to their own new homes, thanks to Lori and Elizabeth. Whether you're buying or selling, search Facebook for Lori and Elizabeth at Reese Nichols to join the club. And keys to the game tonight, we've got 3 of them, one from each of us, me, Rich Miles, Tim Barnes, and I believe that it was Rich who came up with keep it moving on offense.
Yes, key point for this evening is no negative yards. Kind of going off of what Coach Baldwin said in his pregame show is maybe our best defense is keeping their offense off the field. So the longer that we can, keep the offense and those chains going and keep getting those first downs, that is a plus. And the best way to make sure that you get those first downs, get those chains going, is no negative plays on offense this evening.
Seems important. I would say they need to secure the perimeter, and by that I mean they've got to shut down those runs around the outside and make them beat you in the middle. I know they've got guys that can run between the tackles too, and they'll have to do something there as well. But obviously, you've got to secure the perimeter and stop those long runs. And then Tim has a high bar for the defense tonight.
Well, the defense, Joplin's the best team in the best conference in the state, and the defense is going to have to not only get some stops tonight, but to be competitive. I think the defense is either going to have to score or put the offense in some situations where they've got some easy scores. So the turnover cape is going to have to be flying tonight in order for Republic to be successful.
Every Friday night, we'll take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Realtors Lori Casagrande and Elizabeth Gold at Reese Nichols Realty. Let them hand you the keys to your new home. First quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. We have got it teed up. The Tigers will kick it off. Joplin will get the ball first. Last year down at Joplin, Cam Flood ran back the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and that was the high water mark of the evening. So let's see what the Tigers can do defensively as they get set to kick it off. And they're going to try an onside kick, and it is going to go out of bounds before they can get to it. That's a bold move, and I actually don't mind that move. You've got a team that moves the ball in bunches, and so whether they get it at the 20, maybe they've got such speed on the run back that they might get a big run back. You don't lose that much by trying an onside kick.
I do like that, keeping a team like Joplin, off the, obviously their return guys were back there trying to return the ball. They weren't expecting that. How many teams start the game off with an onside kick? But the problem is it went out of bounds, and Joplin's starting on our side of the field.
So Joplin will run it. They get to the outside, break a tackle down the sideline, forced out around the 30 is Isaiah Davis, and that's what we talked about early on, is securing the perimeter. They stretched it out, but he still got a big chunk of yardage and picked up a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult this evening to tackle him up high. We're going to have to tackle him down low.
Tash, the quarterback, fakes the handoff and throws it to Glades. Glades comes near side, and you heard in the pregame, and now a flag flies late. And I'm not sure what that's going to be. Let's take a look at that replay. Hopefully that's not a late hit, because I didn't think it was a late hit. Let's see what they end up calling. The flag flew in late. Boy, that's
personal foul.
Yeah, they called a personal foul, and there was contact beyond the sideline as you watch the replay, but not anything that I think warranted a foul. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. And so here we go, already knocking on the door. Tash hands it to the outside. Tigers pursue. And good defensive play there as they came over and got Glades, but still a gain of about 6 or 7 on first down. Brings up second and goal from about the 2.
What you've seen already is a Joplin team that can essentially open up the playbook. They've passed it, they've ran the ball.
They run between the tackles and into the end zone. Hayden Moody tried to bring him down, but couldn't do it. And the touchdown by, who was that, Glades? Nope, Isaiah Davis, who got in. And so it's 6-0, just like that. Davis will hold for Garrett Landis. Tigers get in close, but can't get to it. And just like that, Joplin scores and makes it 7-0. So the Tiger offense will try to answer as they did last week against Carl Junction. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Let's see what the Tiger offense can do as Landis gets ready to kick it off for the Eagles. .11:09. It took the Eagles less than a minute to get in the end zone. Of course, they had a short field that time. And a high end over and kick taken just short of the goal line by Clay White. Gets to the 20 to the 25 before being wrestled out of bounds. And a good return by Clay White of about 24 yards. And that's where the Tiger offense will take over after a good week last week. Repmo ambush. Student section tries to get things going for the Tigers. Homecoming night. And before the game, we had the crowning of the Queen, Lindsey Gill. Hayes in the shotgun formation, gives it to Sigmund, runs right up the middle and gets wrapped up and brought down after a short gain, and that was Donovan Watkins who brought him down. Brings up second down and 9. Last week they were getting 6-7 yards on first down, and that helped the second down play call. That's going to have to be the case this week as well.
You're exactly right, especially against a full front that Joplin's showing. Looks like they're creeping up a linebacker on the side.
3 wide receivers, a tight end. They give it to Sigmund, who jukes one man and then dives forward for about 3 yards. Brings up third down and 6.
And that's a very good point. Last week, the first down play was always around 4 to 6 yards, which opened up the playbook just about every single time. Second down was either medium or short. Makes it a little bit more difficult when you're looking at a third medium compared to a third and short.
2 wide receivers split out wide to the right. They've got Evan Smith in the slot. And a boot. They throw it to Smith, and he is caught just short of the first down marker. And that was a good play by the Joplin defender to wrap him up and bring him down, as it looked like he was going to get the first down. Tackle was made, though, by Levi Hedrick, just a little bit short. Let's see what the Tigers do here. So they are in a gambling mood tonight if they go for it. Start with an onside kick, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. So big play right off the bat for the Tigers. Showing blitz is the Joplin defense, and maybe they're just going to try and draw them offside.
Got to do something. There's only 2 seconds left on the play clock.
And did we get a timeout or not? Let's see.
We got a timeout just as the play clock went down to 0.
So Dustin Baldwin first tried to draw him off and then had to call a timeout. His time was running out. 9:02 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Joplin. Tigers with a 4th and inches when we come back after this. Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Big play here for the Tigers. 4th and inches. They decide to go for it. Give it to Sigmund, dives forward, and boy, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I think he's got it based on where that official on the far side of the field is.
Yeah, his helmet just went over. Yep, they waved the chains forward. What an awesome decision right there. Not too many coaches are going to make that type of gamble that early in the game, especially against a really good Joplin team. Good job on the O-line there for sustaining their blocks and getting just enough push for us to get the first down.
Just enough. That's the key to that one. Sigmund wriggles in between a couple of defenders and fights his way forward, and that's more like it. A gain of about 6 on first down. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, that definitely looks more like the offense from last week against Carl Junction. We're able to get somewhere between 4 to 6 yards on the first play of the drive.
2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. They're going to quick throw it out here in the flat, and falling down was Landon Porter. Slipped as he turned around to try and make the catch, and it goes incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And it popped up just enough that the Joplin defender, if he was just a little bit closer, that could have been picked off. So glad that bounced out of bounds instead of bouncing the other way into the Joplin cornerback's hand.
8:20 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Joplin. They scored on their first drive of 45 yards after the Tigers tried an onside kick to open the game. Dropping back, little screen pass over the middle is dropped by Smith. Smith had a couple of blockers, and I think he might have had the first down if he'd have been able to hang on, but couldn't do it, and the Tigers will have to punt it away. And you know what Dustin Baldwin's thinking there with not only the onside kick, but going forward on 4th down. Those both fall under the theme, you don't want to get down 2 scores to Joplin. That onside kick to start things off would have given them the extra possession in the first half rather than Joplin, and giving them some breathing room. And now a kind of a lame duck rolling kick that is a great roll for the Tigers all the way down inside the 25 to about the 23. So ended up being a pretty good result for Jared Hughes. Dalton Parks jumps on it, and Joplin will take over with 8:10 left in the first quarter.
At the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Joplin from their own 23.
For the defense, it's a little bit better field position with Joplin having to start inside their own 25 instead of starting on their own Republic 45. Where's that going to?
Pass is incomplete.
That wasn't Zach Westmoreland. He's down here.
Coverage was Thomas. Coverage was Appleberry. And so incomplete on the long attempt on first down. And a quick pass against the grain over here on the near side, getting around the corner, upfield, and all the way out near midfield before the Tigers managed to bring down Glades.
I think there was a holding call that was missed. Number 1 for Joplin, Zach Westmoreland, grabbed a hold of our guy's jersey and just slung him to the ground, and the referee was right there and totally missed that holding call.
See Clay White trying to get back, and his jersey was a big old handful of it. Better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. And a big run up the middle, another missed tackle, and then a cutback, and it could be a touchdown. And going all the way is Isaiah Davis. Touchdown run of 53 yards, and that makes it 13-0 Joplin.
Yeah, he's 6'1", 225. He's definitely a back that our defense is going to have to do a better job at tackling. You cannot tackle him up high or just do an arm tackle and try to sling him to the ground. He's someone that you're going to have to tackle at the waist or below by taking out his running legs.
So Joplin goes for the extra point. Landis gets the good hold and puts it up and through, sailing over the heads of the Tiger Pride Band. And with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter, it's 14-0 Joplin. We'll take a break, and we will be back with more after this. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Well, Tiger offense will try to turn things around here. Already in the hole, 14-0.
Mike Porter and Walker back deep for Republic. Landis to kick it away for Joplin.
Landis has it teed up and will kick it away here shortly. High end-over-end kick, taken at about the 11-yard line. Coming to the near side and then cutting back out to about the 25. Good return by Gavin Walker.
Yeah, that was
tries to get going.
That was a good return right there. There were some good blocks that were set up there in the middle of the field by the kick return team. There was a high kick. Sometimes it makes the return guys a little nervous when they have to wait a really long time for that ball to come down when it's a high arcing kick, because they know they've got a kickoff team that is just screaming down the field, just waiting to tackle them.
Tigers break the huddle. White and Porter are split out wide to the right side. Sigmund in the backfield. They fake the pitch, and Hayes is going to just go forward and push his way ahead. Got about 3.5 yards before he was pushed back on forward progress. Brings up second down and about 6.
We've seen this season that Lucas is definitely a quarterback that's not afraid of the contact. Not too many quarterbacks like getting hit, but Lucas is one of those running quarterbacks that a lot of times he likes to initiate the hit.
Right, yeah, I think you're the one who said sometimes the punishment is delivered by him. They give it to Sigmund, bounces to the outside, and can't quite get free. Shakes his way ahead for a couple of yards. Going to be third and about 4.5 coming up for the Tigers. And boy, they need to sustain some stuff. They haven't had any negative yards, which was one of the things you talked about before the game, but their positive yards haven't been enough to keep things going.
That, and just like last week, Carl Junction switched out their defensive packages a lot to give different looks, and Joplin's done the same thing. They just rotated out 4 guys to give a new look to our offense.
Evan Smith goes in motion. They fake it to Sigmund. Hayes is going to keep it and can't get free. And there he's hit for a loss of a couple of yards. It's going to have to force the Tigers to punt again, I presume. So the defensive front of Joplin is having its way with the Tigers, and it's going to be a long night if it continues to this extent. 4th and 7, and Hughes comes back out.
Yeah, I think that was number 68, Donovan Watkins for Joplin, and he is listed at 6 foot 285. So he's been the D lineman that's kind of wreaked havoc in the middle.
Hughes gets it away, punts a line drive right out of bounds over here on the near side, and the official is walking up. This is a little bit like the Cliffhangers game on Price is Right. Just keeps going, and finally on about the 42.5-yard line, that's where Joplin will start it. I need Tim or Rich. We need to get one of you guys to yodel after the kickoff when the official's marching up the sideline.
Rich on that one.
Who gets to make the noise when he falls off the edge?
Well, yeah, we'll draw straws. All right, 14-0, and Joplin trying to score again. They hung more than 50 points on Carthage last week. And we've got a timeout. So we will take a timeout as well. I guess this is a water break. I think it's one of those mandated water breaks based on date and not temperature, which is one of my favorites. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. Back with more after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Back to action. 1st and 10 for Joplin from the 43-yard line. Tash calls out the signal. Sends a man in motion. That's Westmoreland. And they give it up the middle. And the tackle made by Bryce Messier. As Davis came right between the tackles and gained about 7 yards on 1st down. Messier, good job of hanging on there.
2nd down and 3.
Davis in motion again. This time they do give it to him. I thought they faked it to him, and Davis right around the corner and cuts back, and a good open field tackle as he was being blocked by Prevost.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's Easton Prevost. Prevost did a great job. He, like you said, he was being blocked, and he shed his block at the last second and was able to tackle him. Pretty good tackle, too.
Yeah,
Stocks him right in his tracks.
That was not an easy play. Better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. And another good tackle by the Tigers, that time in the backfield. Bryce Messier again got a handful of jersey and brought down the ball carrier. That was Nathan Glades. So Messier with a couple of tackles here. And it's 2nd down and 11. First really positive development for the defense so far tonight. 3-man front for the Tigers. Right up the middle, huge hole, and splitting the defense all the way down inside the 10-yard line is Davis. And that hole was wide enough to drive, name your large vehicle through.
Well, it was large enough for a 225-pound running back to easily look fast, but very difficult for any D lineman or linebacker to try to make a tackle on someone that's that large with that big of a hole.
That time they direct snapped it and then gave it to Westmoreland. Direct snapped it to Davis, and Westmoreland took the ball from him. So a little different look for the Eagles on that one.
Tackled by Dalton Parks.
Parks with the hit to bring him down. 2nd and goal coming up for the Eagles from the 7-yard line.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and goal.
High snap. Bouncing to the outside. Missed tackle and into the end zone. Spinning across the goal line, Nathan Glades. And it is 20-0 with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tigers knew they were going to have to play just about perfect football to hang with Joplin, and they've been far from perfect so far. They did pick up the 1st down on that 4th down attempt, but the extra point is up. It is good, and it is 21-0 with 3:37 left to go in the first quarter. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back with more after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, crystal@southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. And all without additional fees. That's Southwest Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks in Republic. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. Well, the 21 points scored by Joplin so far are maybe not as disappointing as the fact that the Tigers haven't been able to move the ball at all against the Joplin defense. I knew Joplin was not going to give up 50 points again, but thought that Republic might be able to do some things against the Joplin defense. And that return out to about the 21 with forward progress. And the Tiger offense will have another opportunity after that Clay White return.
Yeah, our offense is going to have to put together at least a few first downs here. Can't go 3 and out and put our defense right back out there. They've got to have the ability to meet with their prospective defensive coaches and talk about, any adjustments that they can do on the defensive side and let them kind of catch their breath before they're going right back on the field. So here's an opportunity here for our offense to keep the ball going and keep the ball out of Joplin's hand.
4 wide receivers this time, 2 to each side, and 1 man goes in motion, and now a little reverse back the other direction. They brought the action toward the near side and then gave it to Sigmund on a little counter to the far side. Gain of about 4 yards on first down. I will say this about, you talk about the defense being tired. They haven't really been out there long enough to get tired. So that's, I guess, one thing is. And now across the line comes a Joplin lineman. Who was that? That was
68, I think.
Yep, Donovan Watkins jumped.
He's the big boy right in the middle. What did I say? They've listed like 285, 6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot, 285 sophomore.
Wow.
So 2nd and inches, and let's see what the Tigers do. Might want to throw it long here. Let's see. Or do they just want the first down? Now they're going to throw it on a little slant, and it is complete. But so first down, but a good tackle made by Elijah Eminger.
It's a great route, good catch by Gavin Walker. He knew that the window of him being open was going to be pretty short. He was open there on that slant. There really wasn't any Joplin defender that really kind of followed him. So good job with O-line sustaining their blocks.
And this time Hayes is going to keep it, and he pulls it down and runs for about 2 yards on first down. Boy, you talk about the Tigers' inability to tackle so far in this one, but Joplin is the exact flip side of that. There have been times when Republic looks like they've got a hole, and it's not an easy tackle, but Joplin wraps him up and drops him, and that catch by Walker a couple of plays ago was an example of that, where it looked like Walker might have a little room, but he had 1 man to get by, and that man did not let go. Hayes is going to throw it. No, he's not. He's going to tuck it and run it, and again, wrapped up and drop after a gain of a couple of yards. Out past the 40 to about the 41. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. 1:53 left to go in the first quarter.
And here's where Joplin's defense is constantly moving guys in and out, depending on the situation, showing our offense different packages. That time they rotated 4 defenders.
And again, they jump. That time it was Logan Myers, 5'11", 260, the senior who jumped. That is a big line. So, I mean, you talk about the offensive line of Republic, needing to sustain its blocks. That is a Willard-sized line down there. Willard's always got the huge lineman, and Joplin kind of the same thing.
Man, from our view, the football's lined right up. I don't see how that is not a first down.
3rd and inch. Fake the pitch. First down for Hayes. Spins forward into Joplin territory. So the Tigers get into Joplin territory for the first time tonight with 1:22 left to go in the first quarter. Aided by a couple of penalties so far, but they will take it.
In Ledford with the tackle. From the 50, first down, T-I-G.
And again, across the line. And again, that was, that was Logan Myers, yep. So maybe just keep doing the hard count.
Right. We'll take it any way we can get. And, when you're looking at 1st and 5 or whether it be 2nd and 5, anytime that you're starting off your new set of downs with the short field, kind of opens up the playbook just a little bit more.
3 wide receivers, 2 runners in the backfield. Fake it to Sigmund. Hayes is going to keep it. into the secondary, fights his way forward inside the 35, down to the 32. Biggest play of the night for the Tiger offense, and Republic on the move. Gain of 17 by Lucas Hayes. You can see the defense really bit and went after Sigmund, and that opened up a big hole there for Hayes. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Pitch it to Sigmund around the corner. Lowers the helmet inside the 30, down to the 29. Gain of about 4 on first down.
I see 76 that went offsides a few times there. He has been pulled, so
well,
Joplin coach understandably pulls the young man that has gone offsides, I think 3 times in the first quarter.
You can only do it twice in a series before the coach starts to get steamed. Hayes is going to keep it, runs into a wall, and nowhere to go. Ran into his own man first. That was Logan Farlander trying to keep a block, and then tried to reverse field. Couldn't go anywhere. Brings up third and about 7. 6, 7. 3rd and 6 is what Ken Knierim says, and we're going to have a timeout. Oh, no, that's the end of the quarter. So into the first quarter, and the Tigers moving the ball for the first time. Let's see if they can sustain the drive and get in the end zone, trailing 21-0 after 1. We'll be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Eddie Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic.
Third and 6 for the Tigers. And they hand the ball to Sigmund. Jukes his way across the 25 down to about the 24, very close to a first down. I think they're going to be just less than a yard short again. So another big 4th down play coming up here for the Tiger offense.
So far, our offense has had the most success whenever it's a long handoff on the edge. So our O-line's doing a good job of sealing off Joplin's D ends.
And again, across the line they go. I almost made the joke that I would call the play where they jump off sides. It worked. So that is that 4 or 5?
That 4, I think.
Yeah, I think it's at least 4.
It's actually 4 on this drive.
So if you're not hard counting on every play until they stop, or maybe you want to hold it in reserve, and then if it gets to be important, Hayes is going to throw it, keeps it, and drops it, picks it back up, and got back to the line of scrimmage. That was dangerous. Let's look at that again as he got grabbed from behind. So much upper body strength on this Joplin defense that they just do not let go when they grab you.
And the ball literally just bounced like a basketball right up back into his chest.
That was a big break for the Tigers. So 10:46 left to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10. Handoff to Sigmund. Puts the head down and pushes his way into the pile and takes it inside the 15. So a gain of about 5. Brings up 3rd and 5 for Republic.
And again, that was a outside handoff, attacking the outside of the tackles there.
Tigers in the red zone for the first time. Let's see, they've been very successful in the red zone so far. Hayes is going to keep it, has a big hole, takes it inside the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown, and another successful red zone appearance for the Tiger offense, and the Tigers make it 21-6. This Tigers trip to the Red Zone, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the Red Zone yourself at sarahrader.com. And just had a huge hole, ducked the head, and got in. And Lucas Hayes puts the Tigers on the scoreboard. Extra point is up. It is good. And with 10:06 left in the first quarter, the Tigers have scored. And it is 21-7. Rich Miles, aside from the penalties, what was the difference in what Republic's offense was able to do on that drive compared to what they were doing those first 3 times they got stopped?
On the running game, most of their success or positive yards was trying to run outside of the tackles. They had some long handoffs there where the QB would have to stretch it out to the back, and they were just attacking outside of the tackles. They were doing a good job with the tackle or tight end if there was a tight end on that side, sealing off the edge. They had that one really good pass play to Gavin Walker there where he had that slant play that set up a big first down right there. So, O-line seemed like a lot better push on that drive than the first 2 drives where Lucas, what if it was a pass play, he had a little bit of time, or, that play right there where Lucas just had a giant hole on the right-hand side, almost went untouched into the end zone.
Yeah, there were definitely no plays that developed like that. And now an onside kick attempt again, and the ball is loose. And the Tigers get it, but are they out of bounds?
No, they've got it.
No!
Oh, what
Referee
a play by the Tigers.
Signaled that we got the ball.
I think it was Easton
Prevost jumped on it?
Yeah, Easton Prevost, I believe.
Let's see. So they onside kick it. They don't show it. And, yep, he recovered it just before he went out of bounds. And so the Tigers get the ball back. And Tim Barnes, that's the kind of play you were talking about before the game.
I'll count that as a turnover.
They're reversing it.
They're going to say he was out of bounds. All right, well.
But didn't a Joplin player touch the ball, though?
I think they're going to say he touched it before 10 yards, but this was after consulting with the Joplin coach, apparently. I mean, clearly.
Yeah, a Joplin player did touch it first. So I'm not sure. But Joplin touched the ball, and Dustin Baldwin is down there arguing with the official on this side saying, hey, the ball was touched by the Joplin player. We saw it on the replay. That should be Republic's ball.
Well, he's saying the Republic player was out of bounds when he recovered it.
But that's not an infraction.
Well, you can't recover the ball when you're out of bounds, though.
No, but
if you're standing out of bounds.
Well, yes, but there should be no flag. They must have missed the Joplin player touching it, or there wouldn't be a flag.
Well, no, I think if you touch it out of bounds, then the ball's out of bounds, and so it's just like it was kicked out of bounds.
But they said there was. A flag. They threw the flag. Okay, now they say there's no penalty. Now that's possibly the right call if they say he was out of bounds, which is what you were saying. But that was not the original. That's not the original call. So what they're saying is it bounced off the Joplin player. It went out of bounds before Prevost jumped on it, which I can see that. I don't see how the official standing next to the play missed it if he was out of bounds. But I actually kind of, from a naked eye, thought that he was. And now an extra effort gets 4 yards for Westmoreland, but the Tigers there to stop anything more.
I think that was the longest delayed call I've ever witnessed.
9:42 left to go in the second quarter. Tigers trailing 21-7. Joplin has the ball back after an oh-so-close onside kick that the Tigers almost recovered. They fake it. They throw it to Glades, and Glades gets to the outside, turns it up, and tiptoes up the sideline to about the 32.
That was the same exact play back-to-back, just different sides of the field. So there's definitely something that our defense is going to have to pick up on.
Everybody clap your hands.
You literally have one receiver that goes out and blocks for the other one that is catching the ball.
Glades goes in motion. Looking upfield. They're going to throw it, and it is beyond everybody.
That was for Zach Westmoreland. I believe he is the one of the COC standouts on both sides of the field, on the offense and the defense. I think he led the conference last year in interceptions on the defensive side of the ball.
And I don't know if that was not a very good route or not a very good throw, but it didn't look like somebody was on the right page for Joplin on that one. 2nd down and 10. And a bobbled snap, and then right up the middle, still on his feet, breaking tackles, spinning away, all the way inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. And what a run by Isaiah Davis, and that was far from textbook on the tackling.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He literally just threw off 2 Republic defenders and kind of stepped over the last one, and then
looked like
jogged his way in the last 8 yards there into the end zone.
Looked like Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl on that one. I think that was, do I have the right player with the right game? I think that was Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl, yeah. Kick is up and good. And it's 28-7 with 9:04 left in the half. So tough break for the Tigers. Almost had the onside kick recovered and then didn't get the ball back. Looked like they had gotten a break. And just like that, Joplin back in the end zone, back to a 21-point lead. 9:04 left in the half. Back with more after this.
New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. If it's glass, you want Republic Glass on East Harrison, across from the post office in Republic, or at 732-7044.
Tigers try to answer and keep it close. Down by 3 touchdowns. And the kick goes into the end zone, so they'll start on the 20-yard line. You know, if they can score, get the offense going and stay on track, then they would theoretically, if the timing is right, end the half down. If they just trade touchdowns even, end the half down 2 touchdowns, get the ball back to start. No, they got the ball first. Wait, Joplin got the ball first, right? Yeah, so Republic gets it first in the second half. So if they could keep it within 2 touchdowns at halftime, then they'd be just a kind of a break away from, if they keep scoring, getting back into it. Keeper by Hayes. More running room. Across the middle between the defenders, out to the 35 before he's brought down. First down, and I think that's the first time they've gained first down yardage on a first down play, all the way out to the 33.
That was a huge hole on the left side of the offense there. Lucas almost went untouched for the first 9 yards.
And this is not what happened last week. The Tigers were great on offense from the start, but kind of reminds me of the game against Nixa, where the offense looked horrible and then just got going after about a quarter and a half. Sigmund fights his way forward for about 4 yards on first down. The line playing a lot better this last couple of series.
Yeah, whatever adjustments they've made, whether it's an attitude adjustment or play calling, it definitely has changed since the beginning of the first quarter.
Hayes has to back up, and now he's going to throw it, and that's a good play by Hayes. Heads up, got out past the hash mark and realized he wasn't going anywhere with the run and just kind of threw it at the feet behind the defender. You could see, I think he was meaning to run it, but realized it's not going anywhere here, and he just dumps it.
He was running for his life. That's what he was doing.
Yes, he was. So 3rd and 6 from the 37-yard line. Catches the snap with one hand, throws it deep in between a couple of defenders, and it is tipped away. Intended for Clay White. It was Elijah Eminger who reached up and got a hand on it, I believe. And so it brings up 4th down and 6. And the Tigers will punt it away. Already trailing 28-7, so that is not what they needed. With 8:03 left in the second quarter.
Zach Westmoreland, the D1 prospect back there. Obviously, they're probably going to punt away from him.
Well, they punt it out of bounds.
It's just like the last punt, they punted out of bounds. I don't know if that is by choice or just two back-to-back kicks.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Hughes hasn't done that all year. He's been pretty good. I think they probably told him, just don't kick it.
Right, just don't kick it to him.
Yeah, kick it out of bounds. Almost hit Dalton Parks in the back of the head there. And so Joplin takes over on the 45-yard line. You know, the whole special team strategy is obviously keep the ball away from their returners. They've onside kicked, punted it out of bounds. Now a little stop and go, and a tackle made in the secondary by Davis. I think it was Prevost. Yep, Prevost who made the tackle. Prevost had not a bad game at safety.
But when your safety is the one that is making tackles on run plays, that's never good.
Yep, 3-man front for the Tigers. Tash fakes it, rolls to his right, throws it on the run. It is caught by Westmoreland and keeps his feet in bounds at about the 37-yard line. First down for Joplin. 7:23 left in the half.
And Joplin is an offense that really doesn't show the same thing over and over again. They'll run it, they'll pass it, they'll try to fake you out.
Up the middle, another punishing hit delivered by the running back. And Glades got it down to about the 30. Jared Hughes was there to make the stop. Clock ticking down to 7 minutes left in the half. Fake handoff. Westmoreland catches it and pulled down immediately by Clay White. So White was right there, wrapped him up, dropped him, and a loss for Joplin.
Yeah, good job, Clay White. He read that play the whole way. He almost, I thought for a second he was going to step right in front of that pass and intercept it, but just a half second too late, but a great job of wrapping up and tackling. That's one of the better tackles we've seen this evening.
3rd and 5, and another good tackle made by the Tiger defense. And that was, is that Hughes? Yep, who came up and made the hit in the backfield, and the Tigers force a 4th down. First time we've seen this all night. Joplin in the part of the field where they're going to go for it, though.
It's 4th down.
Couple of big plays by the defense so far. Tash looks to throw, goes up top, and right up the middle into the end zone, Westmoreland. And that was awfully easy, and it's 34-7.
Yeah, he didn't do anything special. He just kind of did a skinny post where you're just, it's not a go route. You're just kind of stepping inside and running right up the seam or the hash mark. He just outran his coverage.
Extra point coming up for Joplin. They lead at 34-7 and make it 35-7. 5:56 left to go in the second quarter. Back with more after this. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience.
Tigers ready to receive the kickoff, trailing 35-7. This has been a long night already for the Tigers, and the kick's going to go in the end zone. They'll start on the 20 again. They have been overmatched in the first half so far. And we knew Joplin was good. The thing that I thought about Joplin was that, you know, they beat Webb City. They're probably better than Webb City this year. And so that's a standard, but in thinking about it this week, it occurred to me that, yes, Webb City's always good. They're a great team. But the thing that has been kind of the hallmark of Webb City is when they're good, they are so consistent. They're consistently good. You never catch them on an off night. Joplin may be better than Webb City, but I think that they have not yet proven that they are going to be able to be as consistent as Webb City. And so we don't know whether this team is going to stub its toe by, you know, against an opponent that they should beat easily. Doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight, but I think that, you know, the jury's still out no matter how talented they are. Most teams are not Webb City in that sometimes they lose games they're not supposed to lose. Webb City doesn't do that. We'll see if Joplin does that at some point this year, but they've certainly been very good so far. See if the Tigers try any new wrinkles. Hayes is just going to keep it. He's going to gain about 5 on first down. And he's back up, limping as he gets back up.
Yeah, he got bent back in an awkward way there, the last second there, but whatever the case, it's good. Get a 5 yards on that first down. Second medium always helps out things.
Tailback in there behind him. Sigmund goes in motion, and the ball is on the ground and recovered by Joplin. They put Hullen in there at tailback and handed it to him. And in the exchange, the ball dropped out. They sent Sigmund in motion, you'll see here on the replay. And then that exchange just didn't, I don't know if Hayes tried to take it back or what, but Joplin gets it back. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Tash is going to throw it under pressure, puts it up in the end zone, knocked down by Clay White. Good defense by White. Didn't try to pick it off, just reached out the hand and knocked it away. And it brings up second down and 10, 5:13 left to go in the second quarter. And a big lead for Joplin.
Second down and 10 from the Tiger 21-yard line.
Hand off. And up the middle, Isaiah Davis just carries a couple of tacklers for a gain of about 6. Down to the 15. Third down and about 4 coming up.
And what do you do whenever you're trying to, you know, take on a running back that's already established himself as a great running back, someone who's fast and over 200 pounds, difficult to take down?
This time Tash is going to keep it, gets in between the defenders and takes it all the way to the end zone, and that makes it 41-7. So Republic gave up 55 points last week to Carl Junction in the game, and defense obviously not happy with that. Joplin's hung 41 on them in the first half. I mean, obviously a very different offense. Kick is up and good. And keep in mind, I mean, Joplin is a huge school, too. They're Class 6, highly ranked in Class 6. So It is a tall order for the Tigers tonight, and Joplin is just manhandling them. 4:41 left to go in the half. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Republic Tiger Sports.
Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in Republic. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference.
Kick goes all the way to the back of the end zone that time.
7 yards deep in the end zone, will come out to the 20.
And again, the Tigers will start on the 20-yard line. Well, Rich Miles, you are the former coach, not me. So I expect some game planning on our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show.
Okay.
You know, the sad part is normally during our halftime show, we could ignore the first half and watch Homecoming, but they've already done Homecoming. So you're going to have to come up with something else. And a flag as the Tigers had an extra man on the field.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. 4:41 left in the first half.
The Tigers moves it back to the 15-yard line.
Tigers had the one good drive, got it to 21-7, and then came close to recovering an onside kick. Ball was on the ground. But, I mean, even if you look at all of the things, all of the close calls that the Tigers have just missed on, even if those all went the Tigers' way, it would still be a pretty rough half. Holland in the backfield. Exchange was clean, but nowhere to go. Loss of 1. 2nd and 16.
And the last drive ended with a fumble, inside our own 30-yard line. So whenever you give Joplin a short field after they had just scored a touchdown, obviously that is not good. You allow Joplin to score back-to-back touchdowns in a matter of minutes.
Hayes is going to pitch it to Holland. Coming over near side, he got hammered. Got it to the 15 before defender came up and put a hit on him. That was Jaden Holt, the 5'11", 170-pound junior. Oh, no, I had the number wrong, I guess. Marcelino Puente, number 49, 6 foot, 200-pound linebacker. Yeah, I was going to say, he looked more like a 6 foot, 200-pound linebacker when he delivered that hit. 3rd and 14 for Republic. Throw over in the flat, complete, and short of the first down. Good hit made as Landon Porter, or rather Gavin Walker, made the catch, but stopped short of the first down yardage.
Does Gavin Walker, does he have both catches of the evening?
I believe so.
He has 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3. Good job on holding on to the ball there. He took a pretty wicked hit there at the end. A lot of times that's just enough to pop the ball out. So kudos to Gavin for squeezing the ball even though he knew he was going to get hit.
Tiger's going to go for it. Tried to draw him offside anyway. Hayes is going to keep it. He's not going to get it. Joplin's going to get it back with 2:35 left to go in the second quarter.
I understand you're trying to get any positives you can there. You know, getting a first down there would have been great. But at the same time, you know, you just gave an awesome offense, 28 yards. It's all they've got to do to score a touchdown here with just 2.5 minutes left before halftime.
Yeah, although they're moving the ball so well, I mean, with 28 yards, 88 yards, it's like you got to try and move the ball. I kind of understand the thought behind going for it there because, the field position hasn't mattered to the Joplin offense. So at least try and hang on to the ball. Glades kept that one, picked up a couple, and with 2:11 left, and the clock ticking, Joplin is going to take its time. I don't think Joplin's in any hurry to get in the end zone. I mean, I think you'll probably see some inside handoffs. If the Tigers tackle, I would imagine it'll be 42-7 at halftime. I could be wrong. No, they're going to throw it. Never mind. Throw it in the flat. And one broken tackle.
Is that Keaton Roomfo for Joplin, little slant route.
Brings up a third and about a yard and a half.
Third down and 2 coming up for Joplin.
Call it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it looks like you're right. They're going to, looks like the plays here, they're going to try to take that play clock down inside 10 seconds every time.
Give it to Davis, and he's wrapped up and short of the first down. Brings up 4th and 1. Little extracurricular activity there. And so 4th and 1, under a minute to go. And Joplin will go for it. And the Tigers jump offside. So trying to get the stop, the Tigers jump. It's going to bring up a first down for the Eagles with 50 seconds left to go in the first half.
On the defense, first down.
A little taste of our own medicine right there.
First time that's happened, I think, for Republic.
Eagles have it 1st and 10.
So a new set of downs. Davis keeps it, cuts back into the end zone. There he goes. And it's 48-7, Joplin. Well, we have done some lopsided games, fellas, but this one is, I don't know if I remember one quite this lopsided.
I don't either, but I usually try to forget the ones that are lopsided in the bad way.
Even a couple of the bad Webb City losses, the Tigers hung for a quarter, and and who knows what will happen in the second half. Maybe Tigers score a couple of times, but 49-7 with the extra point.
37 seconds remaining in the first half.
And so
score now, Joplin 49, your Republic
it's
Tigers
a 42-point lead for Joplin, at least at halftime. Not very much has gone right for the Tigers so far. Hope you are thinking of knock-knock jokes for later on in the broadcast. Mm-mm-mm. $49-7. Tigers haven't even really gotten any opportunities. I think maybe 1 or 2 opportunities early to run kicks back.
Yeah, the first quarter, I think, is the only time that they've not booted it in the end zone.
Republic has also had the misfortune that it seems like they keep playing teams right after those teams have played kind of the cream of the crop. So they got Carl Junction after they had opened up with Carthage and Webb City, and then the kick goes out of the end zone. And now they get Joplin after they had played Webb City and Carthage. So, if you play a lot of video games, you play on the hard level, and then you dial it back, and you play like on the average level, and you're really good. They keep getting the teams who've been playing on the hard level for 2 weeks.
I never dialed it back and played on the good level. I don't know. I'll have to trust you on that one, dude.
Hey, I'm of an age that I don't even bother with the hard level anymore. I just play it on the easy level. And a big run up the middle by Sigmund, all the way out to the Tiger logo near midfield. A big hole for Riley Sigmund, and the biggest run of the night for him with 30 seconds left. And the Tiger fans get a little something to cheer about for the first time in a while.
And Sigmund was super happy, came up, jumping up and down. It's like he had scored a touchdown there.
Good run, good hole. And again to Sigmund, cuts back and stood up and dropped back. Forward progress of about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 7 with 16 seconds left.
See if they'll just let the clock run out or if they'll get maybe one deep pass.
Yeah,
Doesn't look like it.
3 seconds left. I think they're going to snap it. Nope, they're not going to get it off. So didn't get the play off, and we come to halftime, and it's 49-7. Joplin with a 42-point lead midway through this one. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tigers Sports.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinnaker Chevrolet is hitting the big 4-0, and we are celebrating. Hi, this is Abby Pinnaker Rose. I am so excited that we are celebrating my father opening the doors to Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic 40 years ago. We still work by the values he started in 1979, to value each and every customer and to exceed every expectation. If you are looking for a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, stop by and make sure to tell Ed happy anniversary. Find new roads in Republic or online at pinnakerchevrolet.com.
Alongside Coach.
Hashtag Casasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Casasa selfie.
Casasa selfie?
Yeah, when I get Casasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Casasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes,
let me guess, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens, no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Back in Republic, time for the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show, and it has been a rough first half for the Tigers, trailing 49-7 to Joplin. Joplin obviously going to be a contender for the state title in Class 6, and they showed why today. There was not much stopping them in that first half.
No, you're exactly right, and Zach brought up a point that this is pretty similar to, I think, last year's halftime score. We'd scored 7 points pretty quick, and then they were able to just rattle off a bunch of scores to make it kind of lopsided already by halftime last year. But
was it this? It wasn't this lopsided, was it? Or did I block that out of my mind?
It was pretty darn close.
Zach's
If
nodding.
it wasn't, maybe it was 42-7. But anyways, but you're right though. Joplin's got so many weapons. If they're not running over you with their two backs in the backfield, then they're just passing it over your head with Zach Westmoreland. Our defense, it's hard. I mean, you don't go in the locker room and you don't yell and scream because that's not going to change anything. In fact, that could be just the opposite. You know, high school kids sometimes will shut down if a coach comes in just yelling and screaming. Sometimes it's just good to just go in there and just calmly split apart. Everybody goes to the position coach, and you just talk to the kids. Hey, this is a half where we need to have small little victories. A small little victory is, you don't let them have, the 15 to 20 yard run. We keep them to maybe just a 5 or 6 yard run. On the offense, same thing, little victories. A victory could be we got a first down. Now we're going to proceed from that. We're going to build on that and get another first down. And we're going to sustain a drive that's going to eat up a little clock and get a little momentum going. And like you said, hey, at times our offense looked good. It's just it would be a penalty here or one bad play that just kind of abruptly just ended the drive. So, yeah, it's lopsided, but in the second half, you're just going to have to pick your little victories here and there and try to better yourself.
We are going to pause in our analysis of that first half and watch the Tiger Pride Band as they get set to show us their halftime performance. They are kind of off the edges of the camera as we look at the field. You can kind of see them on either end. They'll be coming in and performing here in a second. So without further ado, Tiger Pride Band.
This show centers around the 15th century series of English civil wars for control of the throne of England between the House of Lancaster, represented by a red rose, and the House of York, represented by a white rose. Music includes Kiss from a Rose by Seal, The Acerre by Giuseppe Verdi, Ma Mère, Loyer by Maurice Ravel, and Feels Like This by Adam Watts. Tonight you will watch the band perform movements 1, 2, and 3. Drum majors Megan Garvey, Gavin Hart Hesterly, and Maggie Mancato. Is your band ready? You may take the field for your second home performance.
So the Tiger Pride Band is finished with its halftime performance, and just about time to wrap up the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show. We're going to take a break and be back with some stats from the first half, such as they are, after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.
In the Tiger Pride Marching Band, led by drum majors Megan Garby, Gavin Hesterly, and Maggie Mercado. Outstanding job tonight.
Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson & Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson & Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Back with more of the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show as the Tigers and Joplin Eagles are back on the field warming up. And we've got some statistics from the first half. Tim Barnes, what's the good news?
I don't know if it's good news, but Lucas Hayes was 3 out of 7 for 24 yards passing, had 11 carries for 54 yards, scored the Tigers 1 touchdown. Riley Sigmund, 12 carries for 61 yards. Joplin, Blake Tash was 8 out of 11, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Davis, 10 carries, 165 yards, 4 touchdowns.
So averaging 16.5 yards a carry.
Yes. Yeah. Total yards for Joplin, 325. Total for Republic, 134. And Joplin scoring, and not only that they're scoring, but they're scoring reminiscent of the Republic Journey Jones days, just averaging a little over a minute on their scoring drives.
It does, and in fact, I think Republic, speaking of Journey Jones, that game against Ozark where they kind of went crazy, I think that was 49 at halftime. So we have been on the other side of this, and that was a lot more fun.
Yes, it was.
Than tonight. Rich, you stepped out of the booth momentarily while the band was performing. I thought maybe you made a run for
it. No. I was just trying to get a better view of the band. That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. Well, yeah, one interesting stat so far, not tonight, but this season is, we were kind of talking during the band performance, is the Tigers' performance in the red zone continues to be outstanding. They are 1 for 1 in the red zone tonight. And tallying it up, they are 10 for 11 in the red zone. They've scored 9 touchdowns and then the 1 field goal when they've gotten in the red zone this year. And that's something I kind of brought up. I don't remember if it was on the show this Wednesday or after the show when I was talking to Dustin Baldwin. He said they had put in some wrinkles kind of beginning of the season. They had put in some things to try to improve that. I don't even know that he knew that they were 9 for 10 coming into tonight, but they've just been so good there. The trouble tonight is they haven't been able to get into the red zone.
Right, and talking about how quickly Joplin's been able to score, some of that has been either at least 3, maybe 4 drives have been extremely short yardage drives for Joplin. They haven't had to travel that far to score the touchdown.
This Red Zone report sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. So the Tigers will get the ball first in the second half when we return to action. Before we do that, let's just kind of listen to the drum line down there in front of the student section. as we were watching the drumline perform, our cameraman, Zach White, was over there trying to swat a fly with his cap. I thought he was dancing out of the corner of my eye. Then he hit the ceiling, and there was a large amount of debris fell on everyone's head. So anyway.
Have a nice round of applause for the drum line.
So the drum line with a nice performance, and the Tigers will take the field. Joplin is out there.
Webb City, COC Schools, Webb City 28, Branson nothing. Last report late in the second quarter, Willard 28, Carl Junction nothing. In the third quarter, Ozark, the backyard brawl, leading Nixa 13-7. And also a halftime score, Carthage 42, Neosho nothing.
So Ken Knierim with the score updates next door, and some interesting scores there. Ozark over Nixa, and that one you can kind of throw out as far as if you're going to compare compare teams. Those rivalry games sometimes go a little crazy, but we've talked before that in the COC you take away Joplin, Carthage, and Joplin, Carthage, and Webb City. Wow, Webb City's the third one I thought of. How crazy is that this year? You take away those three teams, and everybody else I feel like can beat just about everybody else on any given night. Some of those teams are better than others, but I'm not really going to be that surprised by any score we hear involving those other seven.
No, I agree with you, because every week there's been at least two games where we've heard the score late in the fourth quarter, and we all kind of look at each other surprised. And holy cow, we didn't expect that. So everybody else, like you said, the other seven are just kind of beating up on each other.
Speaking of seven, Gavin Walker is back in the middle, deep, to receive the kick. If he gets a chance, let's see. He is going to watch it go over his head. Almost landed out of the end zone that time. And so Republic again starts on the 20-yard line.
Kick is in and out of the end zone. Will come out to the 20-yard line. Tigers will have it first and 10 from their own 20. Start the third
Be nice
quarter.
right here if Republic could start the second half with a sustainable drive. Something that, where the plays are coming 3 to 4 yards at a chunk. At least trying to keep the ball out of Joplin's hand.
Two wide receivers to each side. And goes in motion, and they give it to the running back. Gain of a couple of yards. Riley Sigmund with the carry. Well, I have the hardest time reading those numbers if they're not squared up facing us with that dark orange on the black. Can't really see the sleeve numbers very well sometimes, unless the light hits them right from up here. And so I thought that was Sigmund, but I couldn't tell for sure if it was Sigmund or Holland until we heard Ken Knierim call it. Quick throw in the flat and a good second effort, but couldn't quite get forward to the first down marker, and that was Landon Porter who made the catch. Nice little sling out to the far side.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, at the very beginning of the game, kind of keys to the play. As long as your plays are positive yards, you're not getting up these big negative plays, you can slap together a pretty positive drive.
And a bad snap or mishandled by Hayes, and down he goes.
And I just jinxed us by saying that
Way to go, Rich.
we put some good plays together with no negative yards and bad snap.
So it's going to be fourth down and about 8, and here comes the punt team.
Loss of 7, fourth down and 8.
So things don't get any better to start the second half for the Tigers after that horrible first half.
Zach West more than the deep back for Joplin.
Let's see if Hughes punts it out of bounds. Well, not quite out of bounds. He bounced it over to the side, and good coverage, and down at the 45. Getting upfield was Jaden Appleberry to down the ball. And with 9:33 left, clock ticking, so we've got a continuous clock with this 42-point lead in the second half. So it's going to be probably an early night. 8:30 now.
First and 10 at their own 45.
Should be done in about, let's see, 9 and 12, probably 25 minutes. You got to account for touchdowns, and there's a long run all the way down inside the 25-yard line, and that was
Who's that? That's a new back
James,
in the backfield.
Number 5, always right. The quarterback now for the Eagles. Carry.
a new quarterback as well, always right.
Penalty flag at the
We have a hold.
Joplin 46-yard
Oh, holding, so it comes back.
Penalty.
Huh.
Replay first
Is that the
down.
first penalty? No, no, not the first penalty on Joplin because of all the jumping offside. But other than that,
14, the ball carrier.
Maybe their first offensive penalty of the evening.
yeah, first time they've had anything called back, I think.
Back to the 35-yard line.
So
Eagles will repeat first down. It's first.
now there's 8:28 left. First and a long way to go. And James again, a big hole, and just runs through the defense
And I think
all the way down to where he was the first time.
Yeah, I think he just ended up so that penalty
James, the ball
really
carrier.
was just negated, like it never existed.
Yep. Mato James,
He's a senior.
Mataou. Yeah, so he gets in and gets a little action here with the big lead.
Gain of 37.
He had to see those sophomores coming up and be like, hey, I'm not going to get to play. When he was a junior, he had to know the writing was on the wall, but gets in here now.
Excuse me, 28.
Boy, last year I saw Joplin and I thought, yeah, they're good, but they're going to get against those Class 6 teams. James takes it again to the outside, lowers the helmet, gains 3 or 4 yards. And it happened to a certain extent, but they made it farther than I thought. I thought they were going to get in there against those Kansas City and St. Louis schools and get torn apart. And really, it didn't happen. But and they are better this year than they were last year. I think they've got an opportunity.
I'll agree with you. I think they've got an opportunity to go really far in the playoffs.
Just inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of about 4 on that one. And they're in no hurry, and the clock's ticking down to 6:55 left. James again tries to get around the corner, bowls over one man.
James, the ball carrier.
Holland made the initial hit, and then it was Hayden Moody who brought him down.
Gain to the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles.
You're right. They are in absolutely no hurry whatsoever. They look over there, and past snaps have been inside the 5-second on the play clock.
3rd and 2, and a good defensive stop.
Loss of yardage.
Tigers come up and made the hit, and was that was Moody again. Came up and wrapped it up. James brings up 4th and 2.
Looks like they
Loss of 2 on the play.
Gonna go for a field goal.
Yeah, I was going to say they brought in field
4th
goal
and 4
team.
coming up for the
Landis will line up, and he'll be kicking it from the 29. So a 39-yard field goal attempt.
Landis on to attempt
Garrett
the field
Landis. Low, flat, no good, wide left, and finally something goes wrong for Joplin. Is that the first time?
I would say that's probably their first big miscue of the evening.
First stop.
First stop of the evening.
5:06 left. The clock does stop for that official timeout. We'll take a timeout as well and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Just as the ball's about to be snapped, a whistle, a flag, and illegal motion against the Tigers. Brings up first and 15.
On the offense.
Tigers just can't get going in the right direction after Rich Miles opened his big mouth.
It's not the first time I've been accused of opening my big mouth.
First and 15 from the 15. Hand off to Sigmund. Takes it out to about the 20, gain of 5. Brings up second down and 10.
It's going to be one of those games where on Saturday mornings when you watch game fields, I remember coaching and there would be a few games that would be lopsided in the wrong end. You wouldn't even watch game film. If there's nothing real positive that you can get out of the game, then you just scrap it and go on, wait for next week.
Tigers will try to do something positive here in the second half. Sigmund's going to run it and pick up about 5 more, maybe more like 4. Brings up third down and 6.
Gain of 4 to the 24.
Anybody know any impressions?
Tigers.
Not any good ones.
3:15 left in the third quarter. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sigmund in the backfield. Evan Smith in the slot. They fake the handoff to Sigmund. And throwing it long off the back foot to Clay White, who makes the man miss. Takes it inside the 30, still on his feet. Spins away to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Clay White.
Clay White got there's a penalty coming back.
Well, let's watch it again anyway. Illegal man downfield. But what a run by White after the catch.
5-yard penalty will replay, third down.
Oh, the Boo Birds are out tonight. Nobody's in a very good mood anyway, and then you do that. And they weren't very happy with a couple of the calls in the first half. And the way things have gone didn't make anybody any happier, but they have to march it all the way back after the touchdown pass, apparent touchdown pass from Hayes to Clay White. Have we ever had a play of the game be a called back touchdown before? Because it almost would be at this point.
It was a beautiful run.
It really was. It was a good pass, too, because Hayes, like I said, threw it off his back foot, and he threw it a long way. Bootleg right, throws it to Sturdivant, who catches it on the run and is thrown out of bounds, but not before he picks up a first down. 1:41 left in the third.
First down yardage for the Tigers to the 33-yard line.
That may be the first catch of the year for Sturdivant. Don't remember him catching one before. Tigers have not had very many first downs tonight.
Yeah, we haven't heard the Tiger roar too many times.
Sigmund wrapped up and dropped after a short gain. It'll be second and long. Haven't heard the Tiger roar for the first down. We haven't heard the train horn for the third down. It's just been sound effect guy. He's practically had a night off over there. I don't know who actually does the sound effects, whether it's Camry Cowan is over there, David Crudwig is over there, and I don't know who does what. Dropped pass, ball on the ground, incomplete. Clay White
Pass is incomplete
couldn't hang
to
on.
31. Clay White, the intended receiver.
Clock continues to move despite the incomplete pass. 30 seconds left, less than 30 seconds left now in the third quarter.
3rd down and 9 for Republic.
I think they're going to get off one more play. Play clock and game clock just about even. Hayes and Sigmund talking things over back there. Now Hayes puts Sigmund on his right hip. Pump fake, steps up to get away from pressure, and drives the leg forward for a couple of yards, but not much more. Brings up a 4th down. So after the apparent touchdown is called back on the penalty, the drive stalls out, and we come to the end of the third quarter. It is 49-7 Joplin. We'll take a break and be back with a fourth quarter after this timeout.
Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, crystal@southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. And all without additional fees. That's Southwest Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks in Republic. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic.
Hughes on to punt for the Tigers, 4th and 8.
Isaiah Davis deep for the Eagles.
Snap is high. Hughes brings it down. Good punt. Good in the sense that he got it off, but kicked it to the return man. Of course, they've changed return man. Flag is on the field. So instead of Westmoreland back there, it's Bruce Wilbert, 6'1", 170 sophomore. So they kicked it to him. Flag on the return. Illegal use of hands. Illegal block at the back. So march off.
Block in the back against the receiving 10 yards.
10 yards back, all the way back to the 25. That's where Joplin will start. First and 10, and then they're just going to let the clock run as they look over and wait for the play to be called in. Down already under 11 left in the game. Handoff up the middle again to James. Good gain on first down of about 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 4. Prevo with the stop.
New quarterback for the Eagles, number 7, Joe Jasper.
So Jasper in there, the sophomore.
Gain of 6 on first down, 2nd down and
3rd
4.
quarterback of the night for the Eagles.
Next up, next Friday for your Tigers. Here at home against the Willard Tigers. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. That's Friday, September 27th.
And you heard Ken Knierim say a home game next week as Willard visits. Willard
also a 7 p.m. kickoff.
With a big lead in their game tonight. And a good play on defense. Back into the backfield and making the stop was Austin O'Hara, the linebacker. Got back and dropped him for a loss. All the way back to the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Our 4th quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. Third and 10. Play action. They throw it downfield, and it is caught. Stop made by Jace McClellan.
Pass complete. Joe Joe Jasper to number 24, Landon Atherton.
Landon Atherton, 6'2", 175 sophomore. So the sophomores on the field for
First down yardage for Joplin.
Joplin.
Just about to say that Joplin will probably just keep the ball on the ground to just kind of eat up clock, and then I was about to say that. Big pass play there.
Under 9 to go.
Hamburgers and cheeseburgers.
Next week with Willard coming in, it's going to be against another big school, talking about size-wise. Willard usually has big football players.
Handoff goes to...
Is that number 10?
Off ticket, no.
Number 10, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Evan Smith with the tackle for Republic.
Smith made the stop. And again, waiting for the play to be called in. Under 8.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 39.
Another handoff across.
Again, number 10, the ball carrier.
The 40-yard line out to the 42.
And again, Evan Smith with the stop. Gain to the 42. Third down and
49-7 the score, and what do you already kind of talked about this, touched on it a little bit, Rich, with what do you do, maybe you don't even bother watching the game film, but you're midway through the season and you got a game like this. How do you approach it as a coaching staff?
Well, I was lucky enough not to be too many times on the bad end of lopside when we were coaching, but the few times that we were, there's not very much positives you're going to get out of watching this. So there would be times where we wouldn't even watch the game film the next morning, Saturday. We would just start preparing for the next team, and obviously the next team is going to be Willard. So obviously I don't know the mindset of the coaching staff here at Republic, but when I was coaching, you just kind of try to put it behind you.
That's a big game next week, and a bounce on the punt takes it all the way down inside the 25 as Clay White will let it go and bounces to about the 24, and that's where the Tigers will take over. Clock continues to move, 6:05, but now we've got an official's timeout, so we'll stop the clock and we'll take a quick break as well after this timeout.
Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Eddie Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports.
Josh Sterling gets the ball for, I think, the first time tonight on that first down play. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Tigers. Down to 5:30 left to go in the game. Lopsided loss for the Tigers in this one, 49-7. You know what's kind of amazing is Republic's actually going to give up fewer points this week if they hang on to the ball and with the way the clock's running than they did last week. It's because they stayed in the game last week and clock stopped. There were a lot more possessions. Sterling takes it out to about the 34, just short of the first down.
Ball marked at the 33-yard line. 3rd down and 1 for a Tiger first down.
33-yard line, rather. 3rd and 1, under 5 to go. Give it to Sterling. He's got nowhere to go. Well, maybe he did get the first down. I thought he hit the pile sooner than that, but I don't know where they're going to mark it. No, they say he's short. Yeah, the official was standing near the first down marker when he first put up his hands, but then he moved back. So, 4:22, and Tigers are just going to go for it.
At this point, why not? Try to get that first down.
Sterling again picks his way forward out past the first down marker, and the chains will move.
Tiger ball carrier, Josh Sterling.
There are a few faithful fans remaining. I think player parents and band parents are the primary folks remaining down there in the stands. Everybody else has called it an early night. And the snap goes through the hands of the quarterback, and that is Avery Moody, who's out there, the sophomore. So a loss of about 6, maybe 7, all the way back to the 29. 2nd and 17. 3:20 left.
2nd down and 17 for a Tiger first down.
So homecoming is going to have a little bit of a cloud over it by the time this one's over. Sterling spins forward, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. And so under 3 minutes left, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 11. Moody's still out there at quarterback, looks over to get the signal. Tigers will try to keep the drive moving and hang on to the ball. Moody keeps it behind a blocker, picks his way ahead for 2 or 3 yards, far short of what he needed for the first down. 2:20 left.
Moody on the quarterback keeper.
I'm thinking the next piece of technology that you get is a teleprompter that I can write on. So if you want me to do impressions, we can do John Madden impressions, and we can circle things and draw things and
we'll work on
and squibbles and all the good stuff that John Madden used to do.
I'll work on that for next year. What exactly would you be scribbling tonight? There's not.
Oh, I would scribble some stuff.
There's a lot of BAMs, I think, not good ones. Tigers roll, run, short of the first down, stopped at about the 40, and it's a turnover on downs, and Joplin will get it back. 1:36 left by the time they run out there. It's probably just about going to do it.
Eagles take over on downs, 1st and 10. Ball the Tiger 41-yard line.
Will be the first game in a while that I think we will get done before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't think we want that to happen. I think this is pretty much the only way you get done before 9 o'clock.
Well, it's nice if it's the other way, though. If you're
That's
the one
true.
that is up by the points needed for a turbo clock.
Is it 35 points? Is that the
35 points, yeah.
turbo magic number?
At least that's what it was. That's what it used to be, unless it's changed. Well beyond it. It's a lot easier with football. You'd know you're over it, and it's going to stay over it for a while. Basketball, sometimes it's frustrating. You're like, hey, 30-point lead. At least the clock's running, and now a long run, and that could be a touchdown. Yep. To the end zone goes Mateo James, and with 25 seconds left, James makes it 55-7, so maybe Joplin is going to score more points than Carl Junction. if they get out there and kick this extra point, which is in doubt, the only drama of the night is if they're going to get the last extra point off before time expires. I don't think they're going to do it.
I thought they stopped the clock when they scored.
Well, not tonight they aren't.
The home team does it.
Ball game comes to an end in our final score. Joplin Eagles 55, your Republic Tigers.
So that is a final, and it is in the book. Close the book, burn the book, throw it away. 55-7, Joplin with the victory over Republic here tonight. Boy, the scoreboard operator turned that thing off in record time. 55-7 the final. We'll be back to wrap things up after this timeout.
Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. If it's glass, you want Republic Glass on East Harrison, across from the post office in Republic, or at 732-7044. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience. Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in Republic.
Final score 55-7, Joplin with the win. Final thoughts, Rich Miles.
Just going back to what I said, tomorrow, game film, when you bring the coaches and the players in, probably won't spend too much time at looking at this. Try to put this behind you and look forward to Willard. Willard's going to be a team that is going to be hungry to come in here and try to get W on our home field. It's usually a pretty good crowd whenever Republic and Willard plays in anything, whether it's football or basketball. So come out here, root on the team, and let's try to get it back in the win column for next week.
Should be a good one. Willard and Republic, it always is, and we're looking forward to bringing you that one next week. As usual, the Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show at 6:45 and play-by-play presented by Cox Health at 7 o'clock next Friday right here on Republic Tiger Sports. Once again, the final, Joplin 55, Republic 7. Thanks for watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.